So hey guys, welcome back to Ponderings from Palm Coast. I'm Mark Webb, and today I'd like to talk about our podcast. Today is our 6-month anniversary. 6 months ago, January time frame, myself and my producer Al and his bride, we came together and we discussed what we felt was a gap, a hole, a lack of involvement within the social media, and it was this podcast. And we saw that over the general election primarily, but we saw it again under the special, that Democrats and liberal-minded are struggling to use this method of education, method of conversation to get that out so that people can participate, people can make comments, people can share, people can come and join me in the conversation of what's happening here in Palm Coast. And we do often talk about the rest of the nation. And so today I want to talk to you. Today I want to talk to you, the viewer, because we need your help. We want to grow this podcast. We want to reach as many people. Now, on average, you can see we've got about 200 subscribers, and our average podcast sees 100 views, so many likes, and it's been pretty flat and stable. Now, that's not a bad thing, and we are providing a service. But where I need your help is I need you to click on that like, thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button. But what's even more important, I need you to leave a comment. I loved what you said. I have questions. I don't like what you said. I like those the best. And open up a conversation through YouTube. And now, for those of you that may be listening on one of our other choices, our other options, I now have a Facebook page, Ponderings from Palm Coast. Facebook. We need input. We need to know what you're thinking. I want to know how we can do this better, because I'm here to serve you. I'm here to bring to you conversations that you're probably pondering, sadly on a daily basis, based on all the news reports and the events that go on, and have conversations with them. I know that there's many opportunities here locally in Palm Coast with our Blue Forum on Fridays. Everyone is invited. I cannot recommend enough from noon to 1 at the Democratic office. And no, you don't need to be a Democrat to come in. But it's an opportunity for you to take a breath, surround yourself with other people. And yes, there are a lot of other people here in Flagler County that are feeling the same way you do. Some of them are more motivated than others. But these are all opportunities for you to participate, for you to know what's going on. At the Blue Forum, we hand out a calendar of all the events so that you know if there's a rally you want to go to. I've run into multiple people who have said, oh my God, I wish I knew about the No Kings rally a couple weeks ago. And we're trying to do better. We want to do better to educate everybody via Facebook, this podcast, There's websites for the various clubs we have here so that we can help get you off your couch. Go ahead.
Those maybe a good time to introduce what those clubs are.
Yeah. So we have 4 strong clubs here in the area. We have the Palm Coast Democratic Club. We have the Women's Forum Caucus, which is Flagler County. We have the Flagler Beach Democratic Club if you live over the bridge and you want to stay on that neck of the water. And they run First Fridays, which is coming up 4th of July. We have a booth there. Come and see us. Find out what's happening. We also have the Black Caucus. They meet at the office. The point I'm trying to make, there is opportunity, there is information, there is a place where you can get information, you can find like-minded people, and you can talk about what's bothering you, talk about what's happening, whether it's local, which I tend to lean heavy on because I feel that my input, my effort has more of a chance of moving what I like to call moving the needle. The day that I can move Trump's needle, that'll be a glorious day. But in any case, it's important that you, as a citizen, you have a vote. But even more than that, you have a voice. You have the ability to be heard. You have the ability to be seen. The days are gone when you can sit at your table, on your couch, and yell at the TV and think that things are going to change. They're not. A wise man once told me, votes matter, but elections count. And we're seeing, sadly, the results of an election. And it's not just at the national level. It's at the local level, all the way up. Everything. Less than half of the eligible people, and I'll clarify, eligible people in this country, probably here in Flagler County, that are 18 or older, that are eligible to vote, less than half voted. So less than half of the people in this country are making the decisions that you and I are dealing with. Less than half the people in this country are setting the policies. And I don't know about you, but when I see 80% of the people polled don't like the way this immigration process is happening, and I'm not talking about the border, I'm talking about the handling of undocumented immigrants that have lived here for 10, 20 years quietly, underneath the radar, are now being rounded up. The majority of the people in this country hate it. Well, you have a voice. You have the ability to get out there and call your representatives, come to town hall meetings, come to city hall meetings, and speak about it. I'm a veteran. I served for 20 years around this country. I have been in countries where people died to even come close to the right you have sitting there on your couch, having the chance to vote, having the chance to have a say. And less than half of the people participate. We are not going to make changes and move this country to the direction it needs to be, in my opinion, with people not participating. We saw 2 weeks ago in the No Kings what that could look like, what that should look like. So I'm doing my part. I'm trying to help and educate and provide what I think and what I see I'm here in front of you. I'm not hiding. I'm not behind some comment wall on Facebook comment or Flagler Live comment. I own it. I'm proud of what I think and how I think, and I'm willing to stand happily in front of anybody that has a different view. But this is altogether a different thing. So I need your help growing and pushing this podcast. It's the only one we have out there for Flagler County that is left-leaning. Now, I'm going to admit, you've heard me, if you've watched any of my podcasts, you know I'm not a raving left lunatic person. Because there's some things that the right does and says that I don't really disagree with. Our border needed to be worked on, needed to be fixed. Drives me nuts when I hear this open border, closed border. I challenge you to Google what is an open border? What is a closed border? Neither of those definitions is going to talk about undocumented immigrants coming through our border. But they are going to talk about the freedom of transit of product, personnel. Many of the cities that are right there on the border in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California have mass employees that travel every day back and forth between the border. That's an open border. A closed border, nobody's going anywhere. Nobody's coming through. Trucks aren't coming through. People aren't going through. So it's about education. And that's what I'm here. That's what I try to do. That's what I try to share with you and challenge you. And some of you know, and my wife cringes when I say this, when I have some homework for you, to go forth and Google this or look this up or educate yourself on how to be a better citizen. Because, like it or not, we're all in the same boat. And we're all trying to survive. We're all trying to be better citizens. I was having a conversation with somebody over the weekend who's a God-fearing man. He's a Christian man and very passionate. And he's struggling because he believes in the teaching of Jesus Christ. But he doesn't feel that our government, the Trump administration, is following those teachings. Because we all know that Jesus Christ ultimately, just like our Pope today said, we need to feed and take care of the poor. Do you think that's what we're doing now? When they talk about getting rid of 20 million people on Medicaid that are the poorest of the poor and need that help, taking them off the rolls, do you think that's a Christian action? Now, I was raised Christian, Episcopal my whole life. I understand the teachings. Sadly for me, I spent too many years around the country and around the world seeing things that have made me question. But I would never question your belief. And I would never do anything to keep you from practicing that belief. Because that is what a liberal believes in. We were talking further and I had explained to him, we were joking about, well, what's the difference between a liberal and a conservative? And I said, well, my feeling is, and might be a little humorous, was that a conservative wants to control what everybody's doing and a liberal wants to allow everything that everybody's doing. Well, those are extreme views, but they're not wrong. And we need to find some middle ground. And I think that's where I try to be, because being partisan, being centralist, being acceptance of the goals of everyone is not a bad thing. I'm hearing all this stuff, socialism, and all of these other kind of very unclear and labels because we're a little bit of everything. I'm on Social Security. What kind of program is that called now? The state, the government's paying me. I'm on Medicare, a program that was put years ago to provide for our elderly. Is it a bad thing? Is it a bad thing for our government to be there to help us? A wise, very respectful lady, Kathy Duffy, shared with me this recently, and it's ring true, and I've used it many times. She believes in her heart that the founding fathers, when they were constructing the Constitution, which is becoming a daily conversation, was that they were trying to set an understanding of what our government and its purpose was to be. And she says, the government is here to provide your needs. Capitalism is here to provide your wants. So, next time you want a really nice car, don't expect the government to come and give it to you. That's capitalism. But when you're starving and you need help, and you're a young mother that needs WIC, or it's called SNAP now, I guess, or whatever, that's a need. And I challenge in many of my conversations to say, oh, you're a Christian, you believe in your Lord Jesus Christ, but you're going to stop providing food to children that need it to survive. Do you see the confusion in that conversation? Do you see the mixed messages? So that's my opinion. And I've kind of ranted a little today because I need you to get motivated. I need you to click on that like and subscribe. I need you to tell other people about this podcast and others, 5051 and Indivisible, and all of these things that are out there that are trying to combat the conservative media structure that we're fighting. Because it's all about you, the voter. It's all about you standing up and being active. Kathy was just sharing with me, and it's really important. If you haven't signed up for vote by mail in the coming election, and you didn't vote in the special election, then your registration was wiped out by our governor in January. Because in his view, he hates vote by mail. So he put a law in that it wipes it out after every general election. Now, if you did vote for Josh, and you were able to get a ballot, but you need to check. And it's important for you to realize, voting by mail is not a commitment that that's the only way you can vote. It is a way for you to get your ballot a month early. I don't know about you, but I have it laying on my coffee table, and I need a reminder. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I need that reminder that there's an election coming up. That's the first value to getting it. And it's free, and it takes just a couple of minutes to register down at the elections office. But secondly, I found the ballot is right there for you to review. It's right there for you to see for a month, who is this judge? Who is this city council member? We have 3 that are going to be up for election. And research it and read about it. not the flyers you get 100 times in the mail and all the crazy news stuff. Turn all that off and look for yourself and find out what this person about. Thirdly, having the vote by mail ballot in your possession, you can fill it out, maybe with your loved one, maybe with your mother that's living with you, at the privacy of your own home. Fill those out, and you can take them down to the box or to the office, the elections office, and drop it off. But I'll say this: why would the Republicans work so hard to stop you from voting by mail? That should be suspicious on its own. I came from Washington State to move here. For the last 20 years, 1991, the state of Washington has had an automatic vote by mail for every registered. As I said earlier, it's not a commitment that that's the only way, but they mail a vote by mail ballot to every registered voter. And ironically, we don't hear any complaining from the Republican side during that process, because the turnout, the participation, though not great, is the same whether it's Republican or Democrat. So there's a lot of things out there, and here we are in July. Here we are a year away from the primary elections that are coming up for the 2026 midterms. Primaries are going to be crucial because we have a lot of election and a lot of opportunity. Our House seat's going to change. We have 3 other elections coming up. And I just want you to be educated. So that's what I'm here today to do. And I'm hoping that you're going to pay attention to the scrolls when you watch this, and I'll try to put it out there on my Facebook page. I also have an email, Ponderings from Palm Coast @gmail.com, to try to give you ability to conversate with me back and forth so that I can hear what you're saying, so that I can react to your comments, so that I can invite you to come and share. You may be another person fighting the same battle we're fighting. Come see us. Join us. I'm trying to get some great opportunities and people and guests to come in to share what's going on. And a lot of times it's not political. A lot of times it's crucial that there are some opportunities and other events that are happening. So listen, like and subscribe and share. Let people around you know that there's a way to have your voice. So with that, thank you so much for taking a moment to come and visit with me, and I look forward to talking to you again. See you next time.